I use my Swiss Army knife mostly outdoors in the field. When I have a project in the forest, or if I have to repair something on a hike or on a bike tour. At home, I have for almost every task a special tool, and my neighbor has the professional motorized version of it. But on the go, this is my toolbox for the pocket. And if you have to master a whole project with a Swiss Army knife only, you need mostly a little bit improvisation talent. And the trick I want to show you now fits exactly in this chapter. So this isn't the trick I would recommend to use every day or on a professional level, but nevertheless, memorize this trick in your mental toolbox, because the day will come this trick save you your ass. And this trick calls the Victorinox Hook Jig Saw Blade Trick. Hello YouTube! Welcome to another Swiss Army Knife workshop video. In this series I show you maintenance and customization tricks for your Swiss Army knife. I know that almost every user have different preferences when it comes to the question which is my perfect tool setting for my Swiss Army knife. For me as bushcrafter, for example, I don't like Swiss Army knives without wood saw. But bushcrafting is by far not the only good reason to carry a Swiss Army knife. So there are a lot of fantastic Victorinox models without saw. If you carry a Swiss Army knife without saw and you want to temporarily add a saw blade, I show you the perfect trick. But this trick works only on Swiss Army knives with such a multi-purpose hook. The following trick is for sure not the perfect solution, but I will prove you that it works very well. And I will show you that you win the flexibility to always use the perfect saw blade for every task. In almost every hardware store you can find a huge selection of different jigsaw blades. Long ones, short ones, big teeth, small teeth, metal, hardwood, softwood. You can even find diamond coated jigsaw blades. So with this system you are really flexible and you can choose the exactly right jigsaw blade for your job. And this is an advantage. And by the way, this trick is not my invention. So I saw this trick the first time on the custom SK group on Facebook. The inventor of this trick calls Benjamin Balke. So I called him and asked him if I can show his trick to my audience. And thanks a lot, Benjamin, for your trust. Benjamin runs a German-speaking middle-aged YouTube channel. If this sounds interesting for you, please visit his channel. The link you find here and in the description box below. The basic requirement that this trick works is the guidance stability of the saw blade in 3 directions. This is the sideways stability, this direction, the up and down stability, this direction, and the fore and back stability in this direction. So let's discuss the sideways stability first. If you make a normal saw move just straight fore and back, you usually should have almost no sideways forces on the saw blade. Jigsaw blades are too thin that they are guided well between the liners. They tend to tilt when sawing and the multi-purpose hook can fall to the side. To avoid this, I wrap some electrical tape around the shaft, like this. Now the saw blade is well guided through the right and the left liner and the hook can't slip off. The pull stability is given through the shoulder of the T-shank where the hook hooks in. In the push motion, you should have always no strand if you don't jam. So make sure that you push forward the saw blade very careful. So if you give a little bit pressure on the hook, the shaft of the hook should clamp the T-shank enough for the forward motion. If you have a keyring next to the hook position, you can insert the saw blade like this. Now the keyring limits the upward movement. If you don't have the keyring on the perfect position, you can also wrap tape around the knife body and the multi-purpose hook. Another solution is that you give just a little bit pressure during the sawing process, so that you can hold the counter pressure from the saw blade by hand. So now let's go over to the praxis test. Let's jump over to my conclusion. In the practical work, I find out that several layers of this electrical tape are quite soft. This can deform, and this is not perfect for give as much guidance as possible. So I would say try out to use a shrink tube here. I have the feeling this is a little bit harder than electrical tape. If I compare the standard wood saw from Victorinox with this improvised wood saw, I can say, hey, regarding the cutting performance, the improvised one is perfect. Of course, it depends on the jigsaw blade you find or you hook in. But this one works, wow, fantastic. But regarding the stability, the normal Swiss Army knife saw blade is much more stable, of course. But hey, this one is not made to felling trees. This is made to cut away a branch or something like this. And this works. So my friends, I hope you like this little trick. Thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and see you next Friday. Ciao!